This is Chief Obidike at the New Harbor Studio on a show that we call Hey, Let's Talk About It. There is a problem, and we need to talk about it. I am here with my co-host, your co-host, my brother, your brother, a brilliant individual man, my dear brother, Joel Spears. Everybody, Joel Spears. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to some. Good evening to some. Wherever you are. If you are in Iceland, go home, go to sleep. Wake up tomorrow, you tune us on YouTube, and you can hear us. Welcome to, thank you so much, Pastor. Pastor Hardy gave us an opening prayer, and we so much appreciated because it is certainly something that is needed. And let me go ahead and introduce to everybody, my goodness, the founder. My dear sister. Oluchi, how are you?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you. And you?
Very good. You are the founder of this initiative, this organization, this NGO organization. I want you to please, so that I can hear you clearly. Okay, I think I can hear you. Say hello to me.
Hello, sir.
How are you, ma'am?
I am doing good. Thank you.
I see you again, barrister. Okay. Madam Oluchi, she has Oluchi Obi. This is her name. So, oh, there she is. Good morning. You're looking very fine. Thank God for that. How are you again?
Thank
Very
you.
good. What made you to begin this initiative?
Thank you, sir. Let me start by saying thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, the organizers. Thank you, our viewers. What motivated me? What motivated me? I have always believed, yes, we want everything to be normalized, we want everything not to solve. Unfortunately, that's not possible, right? So, looking at the whole thing, we want government to do everything. However, it is still impossible. So, it takes you and I, it takes the people around to help, right? And to do those things the government may not be able to do or may not be able to cover. And there is something I always tell people. I said sometimes we don't do these things because we have it all. We don't do it because it's bed of roses, but we do them because it's a noble thing to do. So my motivation is that government cannot do it all. Even many riches can still not do it all. It takes that heart of compassion. It takes knowing that, yes, I have a shelter, I have a roof under my head, I have the 3 square meal. Then why not out of it be able to share some to those people that are, less privileged, those people that do not have the opportunity to even have a square meal, to boast of 1 square meal. It's a very emotional situation, but I thank God for this opportunity, and I believe that God raised this organization for a reason, and we are very intentional about it.
It's
Thank
God
you.
sent that you are a hero. You and all the staff that you have, you're heroes. You're absolutely beautiful heroes to those children. Just imagine yourself. And my co-host is an English-speaking person. So that's Igbo. On his behalf, we will speak as much English as we possibly can, although I don't like the English. But we have to use it. Imagine a young boy, a young girl, no child, no mama, no papa, hungry, no food. And one of these NGO members come up to that child with a bottle of food. Clothes that the girl or the young boy have on their body is tattered. Let's imagine, because this is what to me is a hero. They bring food, something to drink, not just on a daily basis, but weekly, monthly, yearly. Imagine that child looking at that person. That person that she or he is looking at is a hero.
Yes. That's love.
Big hero.
Yes.
And these people are the heroes in that childhood. Nobody, if you never experience hunger, you will never know that there will be somebody out there that God has sent to come and eradicate that hunger. What's your thought?
You remind me of something that happened to me when I was in 4th grade where I had a stomach virus. Let me tell you the story really quick. And I could not eat for about 3 or 4 days. The first day didn't bother me. The second day, I started thinking about food. And the third day, I was going crazy. I would have eaten a chair if it was in front of me. And I remember on the 4th day, I could finally eat. And my dad, he had a weird sense of humor. He cooked all the foods because he knew I was a finicky eater back then. He cooked all the foods he knew I wouldn't like. And it all tastes so beautiful. And that memory stays with me to this day, that when you're privileged and you have things in front of you and they're easy to access, you don't have the same respect. And I always remember that to this day. I'm still a little finicky eater, but I remember and appreciate that moment where I felt I was starving to death. And all of a sudden I had access to food, and how beautiful and sweet.
It was.
Oh.
And somebody like Onichi or Sam bring that child
Yes.
something to eat. Or Charles, unbelievable.
Yes. Beautiful thing.
I want to come back, my dear sister, to ask you, I can understand why you did it, why you and your team moved in the Spirit of God to make sure that these children are not only fed, but they have clothes on their back. But can you expand on what this NGO that you founded have actually done and is continuing to do? Expand on it some more.
Thank you, sir. So far, uh, this noble NGO, I do use noble because it's an intentional NGO. I know NGO has been existing, I'm still there, but this NGO, out of experience, is an intentional NGO. So the things we have done so far, we have been able to, establish monthly, quarterly, and the annual outreach, and we have been doing it now for 2 years. We turned 2 in August, so we have been doing it, and we update people, we update our members, we have the updates of everything. So we visit like prisons. In the places we have our chapters, we currently have 5 chapters. So we have visited the prisons. We go to market where we empower, support women with their small businesses. We've been to the hospital, supporting hospital bills. We've also been able to visit schools and share some supplies in the schools, and we've been able to enroll kids in our scholarship, and they are still ongoing. So we also uh, established like a monthly support to some of our elderly people, okay, that we know they are in most need of it. So we do that. We would love to do more, but whatever we're doing now, we do that within our capacity, because we are still doing this pretty much just within us, out of that selflessness. So these people, every month we pay them. So far, we do it like 6 months. So after 6 months, we look into the situation to see if the person is still eligible to re-enroll again. And if we look, the situation is still the same, we re-enroll them. So we have been doing this. And as well, we've been doing business empowerment, and we actually been doing like CTC, IT empowerment as well, in the person of Mr. Digital, who has his business, his certified business in digital. So We have been doing that, and the first one we did on data-based analysis. So after that, he was able to certify those people so that they can get work and then be that enhancement to their job opportunities. So, and we've been going to the villages, helping the parents, the children, the mothers, and all that. And actually, we have upcoming program this 27th of December this year. 27th of December this year. Our goal is to feed at least 500 disadvantaged.
Amazing.
And we have been on
Unbelievable.
it. Yes, we have been on this. We already paid for the event place, which is the Anambra Broadcasting Service. It's a radio station and it's still in existence. So we paid for the space, and then we have hired chairs. Though we have at least 500, but we hired like 520 chairs. We hired canopies, tables, and the person that we cook, we've paid the cook of the day. We'll be cooking 2 bags of rice, moi, finger food, and a few other items. And the community, just us, they are very diligent contributing, and we will be giving out gifts. A lot of our members back and forth has been to the main market or nature, to purchase the items that will be given out that very day. For example, we're going to share at the end of it, we're going to share buckets up to 11 liters, then big jugs and some other accessories. And we are going to have live band, because while we're doing this, we still want to, put smiles. Is the season for the reason for the season. So we still want to have good time with them. So live band will be there. We've paid some payments and all of those. So so far, this is where we have been. And for the upcoming
Madam
events,
Oluchi, this is more than anybody can expect to do, because not only are you doing this in Anambra State, you also have 2-3 other locations.
yes, sir.
Enugu State,
Yes, sir.
Imo State,
Yes, sir.
all of these states, they almost cover the entire Igbo land. And you're taking this initiative to all of them. And this is why we're asking you, all of you that are here in America or everywhere in the world, we need your help. This is feeding children. This is no longer political war. This is not a reconstruction of anything, but just reconstruction of a small baby, a child, that feeding the child.
Yes.
So we need help. Let me tell all my audience, please. What that you usually say that they should do what? They should like us.
Oh, like, subscribe,
Okay.
and press the notification bell.
Okay, so here's what we ask in the audience again and again and again. Please, for this program and all the other programs that we bring to you, like us, just push the like button, subscribe, and push the notification button,
Yes.
and then somehow ring the bell.
Send us some comments, too.
Huh?
Send us some comments.
Oh my goodness, send comments. And let me ask all the Igbo people in Texas, in New York, in Maryland, all the Igbo people in Onitsha, and anywhere else, in Enugu, in Aba, all the Igbo people in the world, we're asking you to send a contribution, and the contribution information is provided to you already, where you can send money to help them. Because, Joel, when you got 500 children, which I can almost assure you, 500 children is perhaps what they anticipate to come. But they're going to have much more than that, because hunger has no limitation.
Right.
It's all over the place. So somehow they got to buy rice. They got to buy vegetables. They got to buy all sorts of things. I can't, people have to donate. How are they going to do it?
Well, they've said multiple times, and you can check this out, that right now, human beings have the opportunity or the ability to feed every single man, woman, and child on this planet 3 meals a day. But because of the way that we structure our societies, that's not a priority. Unfortunately, the youngest amongst us, the most vulnerable, fall through the cracks.
They are the victims.
Yes.
Well, we're not going to let that happen because that's what this organization is doing. They are the future. So in that respect, everything that Oluchi Pi Obi, the founder of this organization, everything that she is doing, everything that Sam is helping to do, everything that the barrister is helping to do, everything that Charles is helping to do, and I'm sure that I have missed so many other people to help you in this venture, in this adventure, in this initiative. How can anybody thank you enough? Charles.
Sir.
Obuchi. Ekene good, my brother. There you are. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm fine, sir.
Ndewo.
Dalo. Dalo, no. Yes, no.
Oh, Dalo, sir.
I'm singing no.
No. Oh, it's an, and I seen that this, you're the media coordinator. You're the person that helps to get information out. How do you do it?
Actually, we believe that this is digital era, and digitalization has brought everything together, and publicity is very easy now. So we have our platforms on all the social media. We have all the social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and our website. So these are the digital platforms we use to reach out to people all over the world, letting them know this is what we do. So we do create content, we create video content, and image contents, and we push it out there for the world to see what we're doing, which all our handles at Chris Luchy Initiative is live and active. So what we do, and we'll have people that work under me. So what we do, we create content every day and we push it out there. So all the activities in the community, we organize them, create it, and push it out there for people to see what is happening. Thank you.
Now in America, we have a lot of. I want to need what you Yes. Never need you Right now they're worried about being deported, but anyway, that's another story. Things are going to happen. Oh. Sam, what I need you to say to tell Ndebani Nanoboda, that is our people who are in this country, all the Igbo women. There's an event taking place this evening of women. This event, Enugu Women Association is also involved. And all these women are having this meeting or this event this night. You know, the tickets are $1,000 just to go in and eat.
But what's Taylor Swift charging?
I'm telling you, $500. Could you imagine what this organization can do with that kind of money? How many more children they can take care of? The entire Igbo land where children are hungry every day. But they are having an event this evening, and we will post where this event is taking place. And we're asking these ladies, look, have your fun, charge your money. Some of these ladies are loaded. They got money. And we need their help. We need their help, Joel. I mean, half of their shoes cost $500. Just one half.
Oh, wow.
So you can walk around with, you need 2 shoes to walk around. Oh. So one of it costs at least $500.
The rich and famous.
Now, the rich and the famous. We have them here in Texas, and we're talking to you. Ndi Bonine, step up and help this organization, step up. Umuwani, step up and help them. Send the money to here. Look, send anything that you can, please. Because they need your help. We beg of you. You know, we're begging. I don't mind begging. Didn't James Brown do the same thing?
Ain't too proud to beg.
Ain't too proud to beg. I'm not too proud to beg you ladies to send us some money. No, please, send the money. To this organization, there is an account number. Send something. Don't just sit around and don't do anything. But I believe that people will do that. The reverend that opened this prayer have already committed himself to sending some money. So you got at least some money coming from the congregation of the pastor who opened this show for us. And you have my own. I will not mention how much, but I figure $200 will go a long way, I think.
I can use it.
That will come from both of us.
Oh, uh-oh.
So, we will send the money to Navy Federal, to the account number that you have. We'll send the money there. And we beg of everybody else to please send some money. That's basically the whole show. And if it seems like we're begging, now, there's something else that I think Igbo people always have a problem with. They have a problem with trust. Barrister, how are you, madam? My dear sister Barrister, are you still there? Where's my barrister? Lady O. No, that's not the Lady O.
Technical problems.
Oh, she's out. So, oh, there you are. Hello, my dear lady. My barrister, can you hear me well? There she is. Hello, my barrister. There's still something wrong with her phone. With her, yes. Hello, madam, can you hear me? I see you. Can you? No, she can't see. Wave at me. Well, in that case, then let us go to Sam. Sam, oh baby, no kweba. Hello, Sam. Uh-huh. Whose picture? Sam, is that you? Sam, oh. Onyebuchike, are that you? Okay, Sam. That's not Sam.
No.
Okay. So something is happening with the technology of
Connections.
Madam Secretary, Lady O, Esquire. She's a secretary. Very brilliant lady. Very great heart. So let us go back to our founder. Our founder, Oluchi. Before we bring you back on, Oluchi, because the amazing work that you do is unbelievable. Let me take a break. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Hold on, because we have some other people that we would like to let them know what has happened. So we'll be right back. It's the Chief Obidike and Joel Spears here in Oxon Hill. What's our subject? Hey, let's talk about it. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. everybody. This is Chief Obidike welcoming you back. Joel Spears is still here. Let me take this moment to welcome this lady is just my hero. How do you say women heroes? Do we say heroes? How do you say hero? Heroine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my sister, Oluchi, you're my heroine.
That's the term.
You know what I'm saying, my sister?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry for all the interruption, but it's going to be fine when everything is done. Don't worry. Before I get back to asking you something that has been bothering me, and that is, how do you the navigation of this project? How do you navigate as it's from one place to another place and to another place? And of course, but I want to make sure to recognize something that has happened. We just had announced Emmanuel from Abia State passed away, major community activist, and I would like to wish the family condolences. We've had so many problems that has been existing here. I spoke to Emma's daughter this morning, and they are bearing it. Emmanuel is from Abia State, and he is well known in the community. May the family be able to hold on to God's unchanging hands. And also, we lost another very critical, important person, and that is the great aunt of my co-host, Joel Spears. And to you, Joel, and to your family, we extend our sincere condolences. Your great aunt is a wonderful person, and she passed on and went to heaven at 105 years of age.
Yeah. God bless her,
She did it, 105 years of age.
105.
Unbelievable.
Amen.
Thank God for that.
She lived a great life.
She did live a great life.
Yes, she did.
Oh, I would have married her. She's beautiful, 105-year-old.
But she was single.
Oh, and she was single, right?
That's been passed on about 50 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. And the sincere condolences also to our engineer, Tuan, who lost 3 members of his family. 2 of them to health issues and 1 to other circumstances.
My grandmother once said, nobody gets away from this planet alive.
Nobody gets away from this planet alive.
No.
To Tuan and to his family, we extend our sincere condolences. God bless you. God be with you. Unbelievable.
Amen.
And that's the same to you, my friend.
On behalf of my family, thank you.
105 years old. You going to live that long?
No, unfortunately, she married into the family, so I don't have that gene. I'll probably pop off in the next hour or so.
My dear Madam Obi, I think you're hearing us. Let us get back to the main issue that we're here. Oh, I see the barrister is back. Can you hear me, barrister?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear us. Wonderful. Barrister, you are.
Finally.
Huh?
Finally, I can hear you.
What did
She
she say?
said finally she can hear you.
Yes, thank God for that. Thank God. We really want you, because I need to ask you a question. You're the barrister and the secretary for this organization.
Yes, sir.
What is your role? Most of us know what secretary, but how do you perform your role?
Thank you very much for having me. Yes. Majorly, my role is to ensure that the organization is fully registered with relevant authorities here in Nigeria to enable us perform optimally without hitches. I heard you talking about we would have to do this in Enugu State, have to do this in Imo State, Abia State. Yes, Anambra is the pilot state we intend to move as God keep helping us. And it's important we are fully registered so we don't run foul of any existing law here in Nigeria. So majorly, my role is to ensure that the organization is duly registered to enable us function optimally. And of course, we meet from time to time. We have conversations. We are progressive people. You know, the organization is organic. So from time to time, we converse, we communicate, and it's important we take notes of these things so we don't lose track of what we are doing. So basically, my role is to ensure that the organization is running smoothly in regards to the extant laws in Nigeria and as well to ensure that we don't lose track of what we are doing. So that is it basically. That is my function, that's my role.
That's an awesome task. That's a major because you have to every state that this organization goes to, you have to make sure that it's legally bound and registered in those states, so there'll be no wahala, as we
Exactly.
say. That is a critical issue. That's a critical component for this organization to move forward. And this is why we're telling the people that are here around the world that we need the fundings. How is this lady going to move around and make sure that this organization that is feeding children, I must continue to point that out, that is helping senior citizens to get the health care services that they need? How can they do it if you do not contribute some funds for them to be able to move forward? You have the information. If you do not have the information of where to send the funds, we have it listed for you, so you can send them your money to them. And let me also thank you, my dear sister, Barrister. You're fantastic. The work that you do, the work that any secretary does, is awesome. Joel?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about this kind of, how in the world does she move from one place to another and making sure that, and she is not just a secretary, she's an esquire.
Okay.
You know, a lawyer, she knows the law.
Yes. Esquire comes from the Old English. Apparently, there was a hierarchy. You had the king, the knights, and then anybody that was just below the knights were usually called esquires. So they were highly honored, and in this country and around the world, I guess in Nigeria too, it now refers to the lawyers.
Well, this is an honorable thing that the esquire that we have
Yes, so the
for
British
this
system.
organization.
British system, I think they refer to them as barristers, I think.
Oh, they are barristers
Yes.
with the wig,
Yeah.
with the white wig.
They got rid of the wig.
See, I don't need the white wig. I got my natural wig.
I'm on my way.
You're on your way. Barrister, that's just our own way of looking at it, because you the cougar wig, Amba. I don't like the fact that you lawyers wear that. I remember one time I was in Abia State, and Ojus Okalo was a re-elected governor.
Yes.
And I had a letter from the governor of the state of New Jersey to send to him, to carry and give it to him. So when I was there was, this built-in kind of a place where all the barristers were sitting, all the other special guests were sitting, and me too. So I was sitting next to this lady, a barrister, very beautiful lady, and she had this wig. She was sweating. It was hot. Not like here, it was hot. Now here she had this white wig on top of the wig that she has on her hair, on top of her own natural hair.
Oh, God.
And she was sweating, and I looked at her and said, why don't you take the white wig off?
That's the English tradition. The United States had that tradition until we we had a revolution and kicked out the British. And
Yeah,
that was
well-
one of the first things they did was they said, because that reminded them of British rule and the
Yeah,
king.
well, the symbolic thing that they do.
said, "Go."
My dear barrister, we just continue to talk about these things because we want people to understand certain things. As far as I'm concerned, you could take that white wig and aim it into a trash can or a ton of fire and just throw it in there.
It's tradition.
But it's not our tradition. It's a borrowed tradition. But anyway, my dear sister barrister, the work that you're doing is fantastic. It's unbelievable. You're keeping an eye also in the protection of the organization. Is that part of your duty too?
Of course, yes, yes. Even presently, we are in Abuja. We have kickstarted the process of having our organization registered with the Ministry of Women Affairs. Yeah. So to enable us access, anything that is available from the said ministry that oversees children and the vulnerable women. So yeah.
Let me ask our founder, my dear Madam Obi, how do you get women to be involved in this organization? Yes. How? Because there's so many women. Just tonight alone, while you and I are broadcasting here in Oxon Hill, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland area at New Harbor Studio, there's a party tonight.
Ooh,
All women. Send them a message, Madam Founder. Talk to those women just right now. Tell them what you need because they will be listening and they will be getting this broadcast. Go ahead, my dear sister. Talk to them.
Okay, so to the women.
Enugu women as well. They're all in this involved.
Okay, so I will say to whom it may concern, the Enugu women, the women having their event tonight. Meanwhile, we wish you all a safe one. Okay. However, we are calling on your help. We are calling on you all that we need your support to be able to continue with this project of feeding the mothers and their children, the elderly, that are most in need of our help. So just like we said, in as much as we want the government to do it all, but that's almost impossible. So we are pleading for your help. We are pleading for your support. And the one thing is assured, our media coordinator has already said, we have our handles, okay? Feel free to verify us. Feel free to check us out. And we have our WhatsApp groups. We actually calling on you women, please join our WhatsApp group because they say seeing is believing. With that, you can see our day-to-day activities. We have our noble admins, selfless personalities as well. Is a very, the organization, sometimes I'm like, God, it can only be you. Because you see people that if they are even struggling, that may not even be able to provide a 3-square meal for themselves, but you still see them supporting, understanding, yes, there are people, that they are still better off, regardless. At least they may be hungry, but then they have their oxygen. While there are people may not have the food, I'm still at the hospital, struggling to survive. So please, we are calling upon you all. Join us in any way you can. Support us financially, support us materially, support us, even your ideas. We need you in our WhatsApp group because we need your intellectual properties as well. Okay, because our belief or our motto is giving life a meaning. We know giving life a meaning, attributes to everything that can enhance life, make life better. So please, we need all your support. And the more especially, we need you all to join our WhatsApp groups. And I promise you, it's a conducive place to be because we have the rules in place. So it's not something maybe you get to get disrespected and all of those. No, we are giving life a meaning, and part of what we're promoting and teaching ourselves, that better version of us, is we have to live what we are talking about. We have to live it. Like I always say, I believe in living the gospel than preaching it, because living it is like doing double. So in our community is a conducive place. Please, we need your help to feed these women and their children, the kids out there, the parents struggling on a daily basis, the people at the hospital. We actually have a woman, with health issues, and at the end of the day, they have to, cut off one of the legs and all of those. She's still struggling. And right now, currently, we need wheelchair for her, because there is something they gave her at the hospital. So she's having shoulder pains with those. So the angle we are looking up now is to providing a wheelchair, as even soon as we can. So a lot on our table, just to give life a meaning. And we are calling on you all, please support us to be able to do this humanitarian work. And like we said, feel free to verify us. And we have official accounts. The only account we have now that is under just my name is the US account, which by next week, just soon we'll be able to do what it takes to, get that for the community. But the one we have, the transparency is in the community. Our trustees, they can assure you that. So whatever we
That
gather,
information is
there,
being provided
yes,
for all of them to see where they
yes,
can send that funds to.
okay,
But because the mission is still the mission.
yes,
Actually, the ongoing internal conflict in Alibo and in Nigeria and in Africa continues to inflict human suffering on the people of Alibo in Nigeria and in Africa, and leave immeasurable scars, unbelievable scars on the souls of these African children.
Children of the future. If you don't provide them with not just nourishment, but all the areas, food, clothing, shelter, education, that's your future. And if you damage a child, you also damage that adult. So it's crucial in any society that your top priority are the next generation, getting them ready, keeping them healthy.
Hunger,
Yes.
displacement of families.
When I went through what I was telling you before, I remember that moment, even though it was a long time ago. I just remember my only focus was just eating. I literally couldn't think of anything else. And the minute I got that food in me, I would have eaten a chair. I was that hungry.
A chair.
I would have eaten
You would have been biting up on a chair.
I was beyond. I mean,
Not sitting on it, but chewing it.
I think it drove me crazy. I mean, and that was just in 4 days. And I'm sitting and I'm hearing these stories of people who've gone longer, and I couldn't imagine. I don't know if you can get to a point where that would ever go away. I remember that because it affected me, and I felt like I'm still a picky eater, but I remember that, and I cherish that as a life lesson, that the worst thing that I ever went through physically was being hungry and just not being able to keep down food. And my brain was telling me, don't concentrate on reading, writing, walking, anything, just finding food. Now, imagine now if you're going through that formative years and that's your only thing that you can focus on. How can you develop yourself into an adult who's going to be ready, for adulthood and the challenges that brings?
You're dependent on this organization.
It's
this organization that is helping these children
Yes.
to move to at least see a small light of tomorrow.
Yes.
And this is what we're asking people here. Please donate. Please send some funding to this organization. We beg of you. Anything that you want us to do, we'll do. There's an account. There are people involved. Charles Obuchi, I need you to really talk to, as the coordinator for this media, the ABS, what is it, can you find out where that radio station?
yes,
How-
ABS.
Okay, ABS.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yes,
so
ABS.
how do you use those organizations to let and then no because no gaba
ABS.
come Joel forgive me for a minute because no kai so one thing to Igbo mba kai so nnukwu Igbo because I bụ ndị Igbo ndị ewo nu kedu no unu na ọsụkwa n'ebe ahụ
I demand. I know
ehe
for
biko ka nnukwu n'ọnụ unu niile Charles biko n'Igbo because ndị be anyị nọ n'ebe a sometimes the English adọrọzi mma sụọrọ ha n'Igbo gwana ha ife ị ga-eme ife ị chọrọ ka ha mee for this organization now because the food these children must eat now not just later only later but now what can you say to them because gwana ha Charles, are you there? I see you, but I don't hear you. Okay, then I move it over to our madam, our founder. Madam, because swallowing the brand, they're one in the bani, tell them in your own way, swallow honeybo. Kahawa tazieni funu neme. Because so when the bani no, but I make a head again. Because talk to them.
Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Biko again I bụ Chris Luchy Charities Initiative and I be registered under Nigerian government. Ihe anyị na-eme bụ ihe gbasalụ ma ndụ ma ri isi ike and ihe ọbụla eji enyelụ ndụ aka. We also promote, values and morals. Biko anyị na-ayọ enyemaka unu. Anyị na-ayọ enyemaka unu. So that anyị na-ayọ enyemaka unu. To enable us to continue what we are doing, please.
Okay.
Because I mean, I can speak. I never see but because etu ọbụla unu ga-esinyela anyị aka like we said, I want our official account. All these things, the initiative, intentional initiative, So I'm at the importance of that official account because we can be accountable. We can be reviewed. The external body can actually, audit us, both internal and external. So government can as well do that. So the importance of it. And that was why before doing all these things, we ensured that I set all these things the right way. And we have our Lego personnel so that tomorrow, if any of us, like the founders or members, maybe wrap up our focus going anywhere, our legal is there to get it right, to do the needful, to protect the organization is part of it. Because having something bofu, the sustainers, it sustain is another. So our Lego personnel, she does even beyond Lego, both her financial support, both her, her ideas, a whole lot. We don't take these people for granted. The people we have here, in my word again, I always say these are the people, that universe used to bless this noble community. Because I know no, maybe the scholarship under the umbrella of this Chris Luchy Initiative. You can take one child, you can take 5 kids. Okay, I'm gonna do a child a scholarship, maybe through elementary, through secondary, and all of those. And all we need, we are just like the worker, is it the messengers, right? Ozi obuna anyị wete isi oke na nne wete ya, but achọm ka ọ gaa to hospital. All in our place, he make sure that ozi got to hospital, and they will still going to update. We do updates now, all the handles, so we're still going to do that. And while you are doing it, we still want you to join our WhatsApp so that you can see other things the members are doing here, just in giving life a meaning on a daily basis, hourly basis. Is a whole lot. Just like school we visited the other time, Jenyo Mwaki Hoge School in Imo State. The kids, they have to do video. Even my teachers, they have no money to pay teachers. No, so I be back okay. I charge teachers and all of those. However, we have to pay them, So it's just a whole lot. But with you all, both the support and your voices, we can as well, advocate that this school need the EHDA2 and all of that. Even to the PGs and all of those, please. Is a very transparent and intentional organization. And I know your enyemaka because we cannot do it without you. And Chris Luchy Charity Initiative exists because you are there. We need your help. We need your help. And we assure you again, our transparency and the integrity, as long as this noble initiative is concerned. Our members are here. They can testify because when you think you are hearing from me, any person you interview here will even speak more than me. It's a very transparent one, and they appreciate it. So
God has blessed yourself just to have all of you. You guys are heroes, absolute heroes. Madam Obi,
yes,
my
sir.
dear barrister, James, all of you, we thank you for what you have done, what you're doing, and we thank you for the future of these children. They have at least some sight on future. And I want to easy tell them. And there were many people in those photographs, especially Mamana, the woman that was singing. She was blessing. Oh, the woman can sing. She's an elder, but she can sing. I recognize you, my dear mama. You've done well. I also see all these children that were in that picture. And I'm speaking about that child, you. I'm talking also to all the ladies and gentlemen who were in the backgrounds of those pictures. We thank you so much for what you are doing, the help that you're giving to these children. May God bless you. And for all of the people that are going to be sending some funding, may God bless you too. We're going to do this show again before the end of this year because I want to see, Madam Secretary, all the funding that has come in. And between now and the next few days, we will establish a new method, a different method, whereby we will have people send funding and you will visibly see their names. And if they pledge funding, you will see that too. So we love so much to continue this show, but we're going to have some more. So we thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Obi. Hey, barrister. Hey, oh, Coco. Thank God for you guys. My brother James, stay in touch. Call me so we can communicate. We know we will exchange how to coordinate this project and make sure that it reaches even those rich people in Igbo. They're eating big money, buying big cars. We know who you are. You need to send some money to this organization because they're doing something that the government cannot do. That's why it's called non-government organization, NGO. The government does not want to do it, will not want to do it, don't care if they're hungry, just...
You deal with it now. The children are your future. If you don't care about your future, do nothing. If you care about the success of your people, then your children must be your top priority.
They are top priorities. My dear sisters, we're going to end this show today. We're sorry for any technical things that was involved. You know, you guys did absolutely wonderful. Absolutely great. We will be in touch with you. Madam Oluchi, Madam Obi, we will be in touch. And we will set up another one. This year will not go by without us broadcasting again. That I promise you.
Thank you, sir.
Amen.
We can do it?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. That's the whole thing about it. Those children must be fed. They are being fed. Somebody's taking care of them. Mama has to go to the hospital. Somebody's taking care of them. I've seen those pictures, fantastic pictures of people that are helping the elderly, helping some wounded person, going to the hospital. It's a very difficult project. Very difficult project. Until the next time, this is Chief
Thank you.
Obidike here at New Harbor Studio under the name called Hey, let's talk about it. God bless you.
Keep you. Thank you, sir.